Is there light coming from this room? I'll let you go.
There is actually no light in the room
I use my
portcullis.
I summon light to my staff.
Very good.
Put on a coin.
Throw the coin in.
Heard that works well.
I draw my greatsword and I walk in.
You should have taken the bucket. But then they couldn't drink the.
Are we assuming that our shit's still out from the last one? I want to keep my.
Yeah.
Well, you might have put it away during the short rest.
Yeah,
but, you know.
I was gonna say
Pull
there's
that
a
thing
short.
out after skeletons that I can't hit. I don't want to take any more chances. So feel a little edgy.
So like, who the fuck is here? Is it another one that looks like this guy? Dear God, it's gonna be.
Smells like bitches in here. We go on with it.
Okay, you are now in this room.
Yeah.
The walls are pretty much the same construction as that you've seen in the rest of this dungeon. You notice that it is slightly colder in here than the rest of the dungeon.
Colder.
We are encased in
It's
ice.
like Krug's brother's
Can I-
house.
Can I look to see if there's some sort of way out from here, or
Well, there is the now open portcullis that you guys came in, and there's this other opening to the south.
I guess the real question is, can I feel for it, or is it coming from the hallway? Is that something I can't feel? It's just colder in me.
Now that you take a little time to figure it out, yeah, you can tell that the cold is kind of coming from this opening.
Let's bust in there. Well, should we light
Walk
it?
in there.
Can we
No, we
can we
bust.
sneak to the air? Can we sneak? Can we sneak?
How many of us are sneaky?
Yes.
Well, if you sneak in there, you'll just get ganked.
I feel like there's maybe one person who is sneaky.
I don't have any stealth.
This is not
I feel like there's no one who is sneaky.
I assume we just shove the person who feels the healthiest and is the strongest, which would probably not be me. Unless you want me to light the room on fire.
I cast magic
I'm like-
missile into the dark.
So I take out the torch that I had stolen and I presumably put out and left in my backpack, and I ask for Ganondolf to put a light on it. Yeah. And I'm like, I'll go in there.
I prestidigitate fire onto your.
Like
The
my
torch
torch.
bursts into flame.
Okay. I take my torch and I take my sword and I'm like,
As he turns around, I prestidigitate more fire at his feet just to scare him into going faster.
and I shuffle this way carefully,
How carefully do you shuffle?
very carefully in a way that I would be maybe not hidden, but moving silently if possible.
All right, very good. Do a move silent roll for me.
I will try my hardest. Oh, I won't. It's not good, Jim. It's like is there actually move silently on here? No, it's just stealth.
Over here with the doors.
That's your coke.
Oh, actually, it's empty.
You have to throw away
Get
your
rid of
coke.
it.
Gosh, I was going to
Crud
get
is
a
so-
beverage and they're all right here.
I know, that's why I laughed when you
Sure.
was walking on them like, those fools. Walking is for
Exactly.
So they call you vocabulary dad.
Oh, that's not what your mom called me.
Oh.
Oh, crud shot to the face.
Slave one. That's what his mom
Oh,
calls you.
Sprite. I haven't had Sprite forever.
I mean, I got balls of steel.
Can I do a listening check?
Well, could I maybe get a passive perception? See if I hear anything.
What is your passive perception number, I guess?
10.
How does that work?
I'm going with shit.
Passive perception.
I can. So basically, passive perception is you don't have to roll. You can just use your passive perception to see if you
But what is
notice something.
What is my passive perception?
It's right there. Yours is 15.
Jesus.
My God. You're quite able to notice things.
observant.
Yes.
Why do I have a roll then?
That is a good question. I've got 12. I'll never hit that. Not with this.
Can I do a perception check like before he sneaks too far in there? Can I just quickly listen to see if I hear anything?
Yeah, you stick your head in and you don't hear terribly much except for maybe like a
Stumbling or whatever?
little bit of a kind of a wind whistling sound somewhere way back. Not in this room, but distant.
Okay.
KRUD walks in.
Alright, so I
Crab
don't
doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, let's just go in. Let's all go in.
He's moving right there.
Yeah, can we all move into the room?
All right, put yourselves in the room.
Can you move me, Jay?
Where do you want to be?
Uh,
I don't know why I always stand next to you. You hate me and I hate you.
right there. Click there.
It's a good dynamic.
Did
we
you
have
start
going.
going? Did you start going up again? Oh. Darn you! I just marked that. Did you start the recording, Andrew?
Yeah, the recording's going.
Okay.
Double check just to
Hey,
make
look at
sure.
me.
Yeah, it's recording.
Perfect.
Alright, so
What is this
how
room?
much light are we getting off of those torches and whatnot? Can we see everything now?
Yeah, you can see in this room. As you pass through the door into this room, you look at it and it looks like it was supposed to be some kind of door frame, but it's all been smashed out and smashed up,
Okay.
and
Wait, which way out?
like outward from the passage. Like there's this narrow area in here, but something's been hit
Something
against it.
Too big for the door to get through there.
Sweet. I like this.
In this room, all of you can see pretty easily that the walls are heavy with condensation, and your breath is visible in front of you as you walk through.
Get further into the chili.
Let's go into the chili.
Let's go. KRUD
Alright,
walks up.
I keep striding forward.
KRUD doesn't need to perceive.
Hater's gonna hate. And appear down this, passage, or is there a door here?
Try to get off my leg.
Well, I figure if we got 15, if we've got 15 passive perception on all the time, our rolls, we just, one in, I'm not even going to do math. With that. Not even going to try.
It's a 50% chance that you'll get better than 15.
Let's see. No, okay. Well, anyway.
Okay, so then we move down this hallway. This corridor.
Okay.
What is this? Yeah.
Can you describe the corridor to us? We don't know what's going on.
In this corridor, the water, the wetness on the walls turns into ice as you walk down, and at the end you see not a door, but another archway. It looks like at one time it might have had stylized engravings up the side columns and over an archway, but these also have been kind of smashed against, and the rocks are strewn everywhere.
The arcane check, you're like, arcane, Dan?
Yeah.
The arcane check, see if Dan recognizes those.
I don't
Yes,
know.
you
I mean, I
can.
could do it.
You can make an arcane check.
Mine is like nothing though.
There's also perhaps dungeoneering or history. Is there a history
I have
check?
a
I will
15
make a history
for
check
Arcana.
to see if
You may all make any checks against this that you wish.
10
30.
Damn.
I do an Arcana check to see if I know what these
sir.
mystical markings are.
I'm learning.
Dan made those marks.
You were there. I was there. With
and 27 history to see if I remember anything specific about these things.
All right, you guys are
Great
doing.
big book.
You guys are doing pretty good here.
Historical.
Let me pull out my little cheat sheet here. I've got something written down for you. So, The engravings that are left on this archway are fragmented and everything's scattered, but Ganondolf recognizes immediately that before they were destroyed, the markings were not only decorative, right? They were skillfully worked into a decorative pattern, but they are definitely arcane runes. Of what type, you're not 100% certain, but it may have had something to do with a binding kind of ritual to keep things from moving through the archway. Jerome also recognizes a few things carved into this archway. The artistry of the carvings, and even a few key elements that are left, like on the walls to the side of the archway, that weren't destroyed too badly. You can place a few things, and you put your pieces together and determine that this carving must have had something to do with a wizard that was supposed to have lived in this region a couple centuries ago, and you know that the name of this wizard was Beldar. The name of this wizard is Beldar.
Beldar.
So I'm just kind of holding up my torch, staring at this stuff, and sort of, if anybody, I'm like, hold up there, and I assume.
So then I look and I realize that these were meant to keep people out of this archway. So
You know that these kinds of runes are used in rituals to enchant a portal. So anything like a door or an archway or something like that to keep things from moving through.
Okay. Can I prestidigitate a duck to make sure it's safe to walk through the portal? Make sure there's not some type of magic spell cast on it that'll hurt us if we try and walk through.
Your prestidigitation, I think, covers small items. You can produce small items, stuff like that.
I can't make a duck. I feel like that'd be something you should do, like a magic duck.
You can make a duck, actually.
That's a very small item.
Yes, you prestidigitate a duck, but it's a very small duck.
Okay.
It's not a young duck. It's just a very small duck.
Like a 1 inch tall, fully grown mallard.
No. It's probably like 6 inches tall.
Oh, shit. It's a tiny duck. I instruct him to walk forward, and all I hear is quack, 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 quack. It waddles forward. Perfect.
The duck walks through and
then disappears.
Passes through the arch. It's fine.
Yep.
It kind of turns to look at you, and then as your prestidigitated items tend to do, it kind of just wavers and disappears into a puff of smoke.
But it's a normal thing. So it was safe to walk through for the duck.
So I turned to Ganondolf and I'm all like, what did you just do there? Does this have anything to do with Beldar? Is that Beldar? I think, yeah, that's the name of the wizard. He lived here. This must be his work. What is this?
And then I explained that it is some type of enchanting. He enchanted the hallway to ward off evil spirits, but it appears that the enchantment is either weakened or is no longer active, and we are safe to pass through the archway for now.
Okay.
And so I instruct KRUD to go first.
All right. KRUD's gonna walk through. Are we going? This now? It's not down a stairway or anything. It's just
No,
hallway.
there are no stairs here.
Just as an aside,
I'm gonna haul out one of these
Finding
big
things.
pieces.
it's usually to keep stuff in,
Okay. Alright.
like bad things,
Alright. Exactly.
dangerously bad things.
Is that the thing? So it's.
You bind like demons and like.
What can it be used both ways? So like I would
It'd be used to
in my
keep
house
things
I would want to.
It's a magical deadbolt, basically. That's what was going on.
Physics don't seem to
I feel like this should be like this, right?
Oh,
I'm
I
just
get it.
I'm just putting down this board.
Okay.
I'm putting down this board, and then I'll put these bricks to show where the actual walls
Are
are.
delineated.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
So.
gonna say, I'm not seeing the way it's gonna work.
Okay, I see.
I get it.
Spatial dimensions are
So just on that.
non-existent in the icy caves.
So it's one on each side. Okay, that's done that. Is that
Yeah.
okay.
There you go. There's your archway.
Nice. Beautiful.
Okay, I just have to pull a few more of these bricks on my box here. So, you walk in, and you can see that this room here goes something like this.
Perfect.
So come that brick will
Got all excited. Got a bloodlust inside this door.
No, I have yet to use my rage.
Okay.
That is what you can determine of
And its
this
walls
room.
down there.
Crud.
Is that too?
Crud may put Crud's token in the new room.
This is all. This is like a wall to my left here.
So
right?
it's over here. What's over here?
That's
Yeah, this is
Okay,
a wall.
Solid.
Just like all these other tiles were. I'm just putting the bricks on there because
Yeah.
the tile is bigger than the room should be.
what was there.
Follow Crud.
Thanks.
All right. As you move in, you can see that the walls and the floor of this room are coated in a sheer ice. It is
Should move this one on fire.
completely slick, and Crud almost loses his balance as he walks into the room, and then he catches himself just barely.
Is it hard to move around here?
Yes. From your positions now, if you want to move around, you're going to have to make
Agility or something? Or
Wait.
acrobatics?
With balance checks.
Actually, for this one, it's set up so that I do the rolling for you.
Oh, very good.
But if you want to move around at greater than half speed, I'm going to make this happen.
Alright. Well, I prestidigitate ice skates on my feet. And I can now move 3 times.
Very
as fast.
small ice skates.
Yeah.
You know what? That's some out of the box thinking. So I'm going to give you that you can move 3 times your speed in a straight line,
Sweet.
but only in a straight line.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to move.
I can't stop.
You
I don't know how to skate.
Yeah, the practice.
if you want to do the ice skates, that's how it works.
Alright. 3 in a straight line. Okay. I like it.
So since
You do 3 times your move
You're just right.
in a straight line. That's how far it allows you to move.
Okay.
Otherwise, you just have to move half speed like everybody else.
Okay. So if I want to move somewhere, I can move as far as I want, but I have to go straight.
Yep.
Okay.
do my talons give me any sort of extra advantage?
Your talons will give you a slight advantage now that you mention it.
Cool.
Yippee.
You guys don't.
Suck that, human.
You guys don't seem to have any natural advantage on this front. So
Can I do a passive perception check just to kind of look around the room and see if there's anything?
Yeah, so have you
Besides
seen
the ice
any
that's gonna
containers, any crazy summoning circles that would lead us to believe that this ancient wizard was up to perhaps no good in the neighborhood of Bel Air?
you can't see anything in this room because ice is covering everything.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Crud's
And,
gonna
Legs.
You notice there's kind of a chill, ill wind blowing through the
Yes.
cavern.
Yes.
You hear a noise that might be like a whistling wind, but it's not really wind. And then the ice around you starts to crackle, and up from the ice
Balls.
arise
No.
several small
Snow nuts.
It almost looks like it almost looks like they are headless, big armed fighter types, but they're all completely made of ice. So,
Nice.
I actually don't have any
Fire.
tokens for these guys, so I'm just going to get some pawns. But everybody get ready to roll their initiative.
Woo! Yeah! Set this room on fire!
Oh, God, just sucking it up here.
Oh,
we get +2.
I got 4.
Oh, plus, you get +2 from
Oh, 10.
Ah,
Oh, just awesome.
9.
6.
9 for Jerome.
Jesus Christ.
I got
They
7.
obviously got the drop on us.
It's the ice.
How the hell?
The ice.
Is it? Oh, God.
There's a ton of them.
Buttload of them.
I could do
I can't use
Light
my
it
shit.
do my fire.
On
Can
fire.
I do
On fire.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if my fire will do a greater amount of damage? Like if I get a bonus.
You'll have to do that on your turn because we are going into initiative turns now.
Okay, and then just more D&D thing. Does it is that a minor action?
It is a standard action, I believe. I think it's a standard action because if you're going to do something
Okay,
like
well we're surrounded, so
like spot the battlefield, that's a standard action. So if you're going to do an Arcana check, I'd call an Arcana roll like a minor action, I guess.
Okay.
Because you're busy thinking about stuff, but you're not devoting all of your movement and everything to it. So
I can't remember if ice and fire.
Well, I'm more interested in
Yeah, I think
That
it
makes
works.
the hot that melts it?
Was it? Do you freeze the
Does
cold?
does the cold make fire into
Also, another question for
into
more D&D stuff.
cold
Okay.
fire?
If it says a target,
Get
if I do like a burst, and it says target each enemy in the burst, does that mean it doesn't hurt
Right.
people?
Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Oh. You rolled high? How high did you get? So you rolled low. But higher than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit does not care who you are. It's gonna
Well, they're
burn
gonna
you, so
they're
I'm
gonna
not
poop on us.
Well,
Probably
your stuff is kind of like a cone effect, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, he can like make it into a burst.
I can make it into a burst, I suppose, which could, I guess,
Oh, I see.
sort of work.
I'm going. Sorry, I don't know what order we're in.
I suppose I could do a blast against the wall.
Which one are you?
Ganondolf, what was your initiative roll?
It was +2. +2. 6.
Rhogar.
10.
Crud.
6.
And Jerome.
9.
Between Ganondolf and Crud, who has the higher dexterity bonus?
Pretty sure it'll be him.
That's 1.
0.
Crud.
Okay. Then the order is going to be Rhogar, Jerome,
What up?
Crud,
Which one are you? Jake?
Ganondolf, and then
I'm
the enemies.
that guy.
Sweet. Perfect.
So,
You should
I'll
wait.
go first. Yeah, I'll wait.
so
You should
I'm,
wait and then I'll go.
I'm so incredibly good that with my 10 I still managed to beat up.
Everybody
guys,
else.
damn the enemies.
Everybody else.
Jesus, that's sad.
Well, these icy creatures around here, they are, they are not very agile, I guess.
I wouldn't expect they're made of ice.
Well, actually, they kind of are, but they just rolled really poorly.
Alright.
I see.
Well, I don't know if I want to waste my dragon breath in here in case there's other shit down the way.
That's the
Well, we'll try this out first. Try the old cleave since I've been rolling so well.
Again for the which one?
I'm gonna cleave the guy directly next to me and into the guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we have numbers for these guys? In what order are we?
What
1,
what we got?
2,
We
4,
got
5, 6, 7,
Well,
8.
we'll talk about them by what
Alright.
square they're on.
Well, I'll hit 1 and cleave into 2 then, based on that counting order.
Okay.
Alright, so. Not one. 7. Looks like a 1.
it. Did I'm like, oh.
So that's 14 versus AC?
No, that 14 does not do damage to this creature. Your axe slices across the icy surface, and it takes a chunk out, but then it regrows back into the...
I don't know.
Don't worry, it's just flavor text.
Okay, who's next?
Next is Jerome.
Go Jerome.
I'm like,
You're kind of... I should have rolled this for you, but you get a freebie because I forgot. You are going to do some kind of attack action.
I am.
Okay, then you gotta make
Yeah.
against the floor. Okay, the effect that happens.
Oh my.
You slip on the ice, and you have fallen prone. You also take this much damage.
Does he
Oh, you take 6 damage. You crack your head on the ice.
Ah,
Can you do
Jerome.
like an
Do I
acrobatics check or
still get
something,
my
or
attack
in
though?
defense, or
You can what?
can you roll a acrobatics check or something, or you can save? Or...
This is treacherous ice with the finger
Oh,
quotes.
takes it to the face.
Got it.
That's right. Gets Tim Bertuzzi. Is that what's the guy's name? Hockey? Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to scroll down here.
Is it Bertuzzi?
I
Hockey
don't know.
guy who
I don't follow that.
triple paralyzes. Right?
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, the high school hockey.
No, it wasn't high school. Well, that was just reading the high school one, but this was professional hockey.
Okay.
I don't know.
You can make several checks. They are acrobatics. I didn't
Okay.
see them because this whole section was below the edge of the screen. You can make an acrobatics check and a move action. You can move into 1 square of this treacherous ice without risk of falling.
Mm-hmm.
If the check fails or the character moves more than 1 square, the ice attacks. With a slightly harder check, you can, on a success and a move action, you can move all of your normal speed across the treacherous ice without risk of falling.
So this is only coming into play when we actually.
But the ice is still considered difficult terrain, so half
Okay.
move. If the check fails, then the ice gets its thing against you. And then the hardest acrobatics check, if you're successful and you can run with a move action or charge standard action
So this is
without
only
risk of...
when we actually move, not when we actually take a standard action. That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like. So he actually won't take any damage.
Right. You are not prone. You do not take damage because I neglected to actually scroll all the way down my page here.
Huh?
Oh, it saved you 6 damage there, Tim.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I would say you're a killer, Dan, but you didn't kill any yet, so I know you will. Okay.
You spread your feet wide to
Wah!
get a good stance,
look-
and you're
yeah.
ready to attack.
Absolutely. I get in a nice wide stance, and I can, try to drive my greatsword through one of the icy thingajogs, and then lever half of it off of the other half, just because that'd be hilarious. And that's inevitable wave 10.
What's hilarious is that you jab the point of your sword into this thing, and it kind of pushes you back.
Son of a bitch.
You don't damage it.
No.
If it had a face, it might be laughing at you.
Let's see about this.